Hello. So here's a lesson on how to sit in your feelings. So one of the things that I really believe is that anyone that is supporting you on your healing journey should be healing themselves, or at least working on healing. And so, as you can tell, I'm here in my bun and my, sweatshirt, and I just did this for myself. So any healer that is encouraging you to heal should be healing themselves. Healing is a lifelong journey, and nobody will ever arrive to be completely whole while they're on this earth. There's always something to learn, there's always something to grow in. Okay, so I firmly believe that I must practice what I preach. So if I'm telling you to do something, it's because I've done it and I do it. So just being fully present and fully authentic and fully myself. I'm showing up right now in my bun, no makeup on, just being myself so that I can show you that I am just like you. And the healing process is not easy. And if anybody says that it is, then they haven't done the healing. And so, especially if you're going through a spiritual awakening, because there's so much shadow work, there's so much digging into your inner child, there's so much that goes on with that awakening process that it gets uncomfortable sometimes. And sometimes you feel very, very alone in this. So one of the things I want to remind you guys is that we tend to believe that trauma in our lifetime has to be something really significant or something really bad that happened, or like a big event that, like somebody had this, somebody was abused, somebody, yes, that is trauma, and it's hard, and it causes PTSD, and it causes addiction, and it causes mental health problems, and it causes so many things. But there's other things in life that can influence just as much as something that we consider major. Being called a name as a child, being rejected by a friend, feeling neglected by someone or some activity, not getting chosen for the team. Like, we really need to move away from believing that our experiences have to be big in order for them to influence us. Okay, so that's the first thing I want to tell you is don't compare your story to anybody else. If it impacted you in a way that it still causes you pain, maybe with knowing or not knowing, then it was trauma. Okay, so that's the first thing I want to get out of the way. Second is one of the things that I've been blessed to learn, because I've worked in mental health for 19 years and I have learned things, I've studied things, I've listened to people talk at conferences, I have read books, I've done the work. And I have learned that one of the things that you have to do on your healing journey is feel. And those of us that are on a healing journey, one of the things that we mostly do is run from our feelings and try to stuff them down. But what happens is that continues to rear its head, even though we may not know it, and influence our life. So things that happened, even when we were little kids, could still be impacting us without knowing. So here's one of the things that I've learned about myself as I've healed. When I was young, I actually struggled with making friends in elementary school, and I had a lot of things going on in my life. And back then, I didn't realize that I was living in any kind of trauma. I didn't realize what was happening. I think when you're kids, you just kind of assume everybody has the same life because you live your life and you don't see. You might go visit a friend or, but a lot of us have no clue that our life is different than others because we're little kids and we just think everything is, the same. And so I really struggled with making friends in elementary school, but I was living in a home that was abusive. And so one of the things that I often did was at recess, I would sit by myself at the playground on a swing, and I would have these really conflicting feelings in myself. And the only reason I know this is because I've done the healing work, and I know I can look back to that little Angie that did this, and I understand her now. But I would sit on a swing set, and I would be so lonely and want somebody to come and swim with me or play with me or pick me to come do something so badly. But I also didn't. I didn't want anybody to talk to me either. I was in this like, I want this, but I don't want it, kind of a thing. And looking back now, I understand it's because I didn't want to have to tell people what was happening in my life, or I didn't have the words to explain. Why am I sitting here by myself? No clue. No idea. Now I get it because I was trying to deflect and I didn't know how to ask for help. I didn't know how to receive love. I didn't know how, I was so torn. I didn't know how to function correctly because I wasn't being taught how to do it. So I would spend every recess by myself on the swing set, and it was lonely. And it wasn't until middle school, probably 8th grade, that I finally started to break out of that. But it was hard, and it remained hard all through my, high school, college, some adulthood, most of my adulthood. And because of things like that happened in my life, I've had problems with relationships as an adult. And I've also had this, I want this, but I don't want this. I want this, I want you to be close, but I don't want you to be close. And so I'm like, I don't know what I want. So I've had to work through that feeling. And one of the things that you will learn, or I'm going to teach you, I guess, is that when we have been through something, we don't want to feel. And sometimes that's exactly why we're in that conflict, because we don't know what we feel. And in order to heal, we have to figure out what it is. We have to find that feeling and sit with it and deal with it. And so I want to teach you a little bit of a meditation tool to learn how to sit in your feelings. And this is not easy. Okay? So, and I just did this myself tonight, and that's why, I'm showing up authentically, telling you how to do this, because I'm going to do it. I do it. Go and make yourself a bath. Make it real nice. Get some candles, get some meditation music, whatever you want. Put some salt in it, bubbles. If you use herbs to put, do it. Sage your bath. Get all the energy good. Put some over it. Just get it really comfortable. Make it warm, hot, whatever temperature. Get in it and soak for a little bit. Enjoy your bath. And then before you get out, take I encourage you to start with at least 3 minutes, but work yourself up to 8 minutes or more. Take that time, sit up in your bath, and hug yourself. And as you hug yourself, take in some deep breaths in your nose and out your mouth, and sit in your body. And you're going to begin to feel water. You're going to feel your body. You're going to feel water. What I want you to do is start to notice all the feelings you have in your body. Whatever sensations that come up, maybe the water's still hot and you're hot, from your waist down, and then above you're cold, and maybe you're feeling like sweat, or maybe you feel weird sensations. You feel water dripping down your body. You feel your hair on your neck. You feel You know, maybe there's something on your face that you feel, like your back, your chest, your, you know, back, wherever. The thing that you're gonna wanna do is get rid of that discomfort, wipe it off, get away from it. But I encourage you, don't. Sit with it. Sit with the feeling. Be silent. Listen to your meditation music. Allow your body to feel. Allow it to sense what is going on with the water within your body, the air. And as you do this, you will begin to learn to sit in your feelings. Because this is exactly what we have to do to heal, is to get in touch with our body, get to know our body, be inside of our body and not outside. What we tend to do when we have free moments, especially the women, which doesn't happen very much because we gotta make dinner, take care of the kids, run into practice, go to work, and those little tiny moments that we get to ourselves, we usually use it to numb, to get away from all that. So we watch a movie, we drink, we get some wine out, we, you know, maybe, you know, scroll through Facebook, Instagram, you know, these are not like horrible things to do if you're not doing it to numb. But most of the time we're doing things to numb. So instead of going to your numbing device, go to your bathtub, draw yourself a bath, make time for you, and feel all of that feeling. If you do this, let me know how it goes. I would love to hear. I will tell you, it's not easy. Give yourself grace. If you can't make it, you know, the whole 8 minutes or whatever, start out with 2 minutes. Do what you can and increase it. And this is gonna help you learn how to feel your body and your feelings. Okay? I wish you the best. And like I said, please reach out if you need help with it, or let me know how it goes. I would love to hear. Okay? Sending you so much love. Namaste.